Guys, it's Kate. Today I wanted to talk to you about the IMAKO teeth. I guess it'd be like veneers that you put over your teeth, but they're very inexpensive. I got them for $35, and I've seen a lot of mixed reviews online, and I was a little bit nervous about getting them, but I decided to go for it. They're only $35, and I was actually really very impressed with them. So I really wanted to kind of do a video on it to talk about it and explain why that I feel they are definitely worth your money. I mean, they're $35, and just to kind of go over a couple things for people who may be interested in getting them but unsure as to what to do. So the reason that I got them, I don't have horrible teeth, but I do a lot of videos, and with the HD, it's tough because I do have some imperfections in my teeth, and with HD videos, they really stand out. So I wanted to, I mean, I've always wanted to get veneers, just to have perfect teeth. One of my teeth broke when I was in college. I was out late, I slipped and fell on my teeth and it broke in half, so I have like a covering. So there's a difference between my two front teeth. They just weren't as straight and perfect as I always wanted them to be. But veneers are crazy expensive, and I don't have a medical necessity for them, and it would really just be a cosmetic thing. So I kind of had been looking at the IMAKO teeth, of all the kind of fake teeth out there that aren't, you know, dentures. I just kept going back to it, and there were mixed reviews. I saw some videos where people were really happy with them, so I figured I would do it. So I decided to get the small size, and I got the bleached white because I was reading and seeing people who had said that even though the bleached white seemed really white, they actually fade over time into a natural tooth color. So I got the white, and they do seem really bright when you get them in the pack. So you get them in the pack and they're a straight strip. And what you do is you have to go through a process to get them fitted to your mouth. It didn't take me that long, but you know, it's a process. And I think that I see a lot of comments where people are like, I can't even bend them, and some people aren't even looking at the directions as to how to fit them, and so they're telling people not to get them because they're difficult or they don't work, and they're not following through with directions, or they're not, you know, like really looking into how these work. If you do that and you work on it, you can really get these to fit, and these are pretty great. And I'll show you, I don't have mine in right now, obviously. I'll show you mine when they're in, and you can see how they look. So I plan on using them just really for videos. I'm excited to kind of use them with some lipsticks, make my teeth look a lot more yellow. So I kind of want to try that out. I haven't done it yet. I got them a couple days ago, so I've really just been wearing them around the house to get used to it. So I'm just going to go over what I did and how I feel about them, and then I just went through some frequently asked questions that I've seen, and I'll just kind of give my opinion so far. I've only had them a couple days as to what you know, the answers that I have about them. So it's just an honest, truthful review of them. You know, they're $35. People are expecting to get, you know, these perfect $1,000 veneer-like teeth. It's not going to happen, but you know, they're pretty good for the price, and for someone looking to kind of have that straight smile. So before I put them on, I just want to kind of explain how I got them. So I got them through Amazon. You can get them through the website. I was just ordering a bunch of stuff from Amazon Prime, so I just added them to my cart. I knew I'd have them in 2 days. I got the small bleached white, and I was a little nervous when I saw them come in. So they come in this pack, and they also come with a mouth guard, and they come with some fitting beads and a strip. It's like a pink strip to help it fit to your gums. On the teeth itself, like I said, they come straight. You'll see in the package it looks a little funny. There is another like clear sticky panel on the top, which is also an adhesive when you're molding it to your teeth. When I saw them at first, I was a little nervous. They looked really small in the package, and I said, oh God, I got them way too small. You know, I feel like I have big teeth, so I thought this isn't gonna work. But I decided to do it anyways, and I'm glad I got the small, because I think we just, in our heads, think our teeth are big, and they're actually, the small was perfect. I read that most women get the small is the best size for them. I had seen a tutorial online, and I'll put the YouTube username I think it's Julian Hollyweird, and she did this whole thing start to finish of how she shapes her teeth. I followed it to a T, like to a T, and the first time it was absolutely perfect. I did exactly what she said, so I'm not going to show what I did because I literally did everything that she did, so it would just be pointless to do that. But you should look her up and find her video about the fitting, because the way she describes it, she does an awesome job, and you know, has everything out and shows you step by step by step. They also have a fitting video on the IMAKO website. I will put them in for you, just to tell you about them. I'm just reading. I have a list here of things that I wanted to make sure I said, because I know I had a million questions, and I want to make sure that you guys get your questions answered too. And if you have any more questions, definitely just you know, write them down below, and then I can do a follow-up video. I plan on doing a follow-up video anyways after having them for a little while, so I think that will help. Okay, so these are my teeth. So this is the before. My teeth aren't perfect. For me, they feel yellow, but you know, when I'm talking to people are like, oh, look at her teeth, you know what I mean? On video, they look a lot worse, which is why I got these. So these are mine. They're already fitted. They're bleached, but they don't look too white, actually, as I feel they did in the package. So I've only worn them a couple of times, but they're perfect. So I'm gonna put them in, and I'll talk to you and kind of go over my observations of them, and then I'll just go over like some questions that I saw, and I can give you my opinion on those questions. Okay, so these are them in, and you can see they, you know, they're like perfect teeth. So first I'll give my observations on them and what I feel. So, so they feel foreign, okay? So it's kind of like a mouth guard, retainer type thing. They do feel foreign. I think people get them and they put them in their mouths and they're like, oh, these are so weird, you know, don't get these. These don't feel like real teeth. Well, I mean, they're not real teeth. And also, I mean, it is like a retainer, so it's going to take a while for you to get used to the feeling of them in your mouth. So for me, I feel like really weird about it, but I feel like when you're watching it on the video, it's not as bad as I feel. So I think they look really good, especially when I smile. For some reason, when I smile, they look even more natural. Like the gum line, you know, the way that the teeth are set in the gums, the way they're shaped, I think they look great. There's very minimal speech issues for me, a little bit, but it's just something that you get used to over time, which is what I've been doing the past couple days. I've just been wearing them and talking, and you know, my fiance laughs at me because you know, for people that know you really well, they're gonna be like, what is going on? But they're the same as you. They're so used to seeing your regular teeth. So after a while, he's like, you know what, those do look really good. He's like, it's just so weird because it looks so different, and I understand that. So as you can see, these are the small, and they don't look small at all. You know, they look like a natural size. If anything, they're like almost bigger than my natural teeth, but not big where they, you know, feel like buck teeth or anything like that. So the small was plenty big enough, and I feel like I have either an average size mouth, average size teeth. I feel like my teeth are actually a little bit bigger. I am a little nervous that like up close, talking to people, they're gonna be like, what the hell? Like her teeth look really big, but I don't know. Because I think you guys watching would have a better opinion of that, because like I said, you're so used to seeing your own teeth that it just it looks off. But when you see someone else do it, or you see someone else in a video where they show their teeth, it's like, oh my god, those look awesome. They look so good. So I am a huge fan of these. I can't believe the price. I can't believe that they work as well as they do. They fit in. I don't feel like they're gonna fall out, or if you're very careful about fitting them, they should just clip right in. And I say clip because the way that they mold to your teeth, it almost feels like they're like clipping in a way. So that's why they feel secure. Well, first of all, they suggest that you don't eat or drink anything except water on this, but I know people have, and they say if you do eat with them to, you know, avoid like red wine and mustard because it can stain the teeth. I had followed that video, and I had put the clear nail polish on it, which is another thing that sounds really weird to do, to put nail polish on your teeth. If it's going to help keep them as white as possible, it doesn't feel like I have teeth with nail polish on them in my mouth. So if it's going to help keep them white and help protect them, you know, in case I do want to eat, then, you know, I'm going to do it. And then I read that someone does it like once a month, so I'll just stay on top of that. For eating, so I think that's probably, like, that was my number one question. I'm like, can I go out and wear these out and like have a dinner? So right now I don't feel like I could. I don't know if I'm just apprehensive to even like eat something right now because they say not to, but I know people have said they put a little denture cream in them because, you know, some people actually really need these every day. So for me, it's more cosmetic reasons. Some people need them because they're missing teeth, and so they want to be able to wear them out, to wear them, you know, to dinner with friends, or, you know, if you're meeting new people, or, you know, you're going to a work lunch or something like that. So I read that someone puts a little bit of like the denture adhesive in it, and then it stays in. The only thing that I feel like these, because they are more of a, you know, I say retainer, it's not really a retainer, but, you know, I feel like food can get inside them. So even if you did eat, you'd have to clean them off. So, you know, like the food would get in there. So, you know, it's up to you. You can try it. The way that Julianne told you to fit it is so that, because she eats with them. So she says to fit it where they line up with the bottom of your teeth, so that way, you know, it's easier to eat. So I haven't done it yet. When I do a follow-up video, I will try to, you know, test it out. Maybe I'll start at home before I go out in public. And it's not like I don't feel like I'm gonna eat and they're gonna fall out or anything like that. I don't know. You know, I've never been in a situation, what if like food gets in there and then like I have to like, you know, excuse myself and go take my teeth out. I don't know. But, so I haven't done that yet. But, you know, you can look around. People have said they've eaten on it, and, you know, some people say they drink coffee and they're fine as long as they keep up with the nail polish on top. Okay, so my issue with people who say they're bad, and you see these reviews and people are like, just don't get them, they're worse. I don't know. I don't feel that way at all. You know, I feel like maybe they didn't follow directions as to how they fit them properly. Some of the people didn't even know you had to like heat them up and fit them. Someone said that they came straight and they weren't bendable. Well, you're not even, I mean, it's the worst review ever because you're not even following how you're supposed to use them. So a lot of negative reviews, I found that they just aren't doing what they should be doing. Which is why I wanted to come on and explain, you know, exactly how I feel, what they're good for. Okay, so a couple questions I've seen that I just wanted to address based on my experience with them so far. And I have them written down, which is why I keep looking over here. Because I want to make sure I stay on track and I answer your questions. So, the thickness. So it feels like you have something on your teeth because they are over your teeth. They're not like, I feel like the side of my mouth isn't protruding really. You know what I mean? Like, I don't feel like, I don't know if you can see, but it doesn't like feel like I have a natural like bump on the top of my mouth. But it does feel like you have, you know, something in. So the teeth themselves are thin and everything like that, but just the way that it's molded, you know, you're gonna feel like something covering your teeth. So it's not overly thick, and that's why fitting it is important. And the great thing about fitting these is that you put them in boiling or really, really hot water and you mold them. And if for some reason like that just didn't work out, you put it back in the hot water. Even now, if I feel like, oh, they're off, I could throw them in hot water and remold them. So that's what's great about it. I feel honestly, if you can mold them the right way and you just have patience, it's worth it because they're not too thick, they're not too bulky. They don't look like, you know, horse teeth or like those teeth, you know, you wear on Halloween. Secure, are they secure? So I guess I kind of covered this, but so I feel like they're secure. I don't feel like they're gonna fall out of my mouth. I don't feel like if I did eat something that, you know, they're gonna like move around and like someone can be like, that girl's teeth are moving around. You know what I mean? So they do feel secure. It just, you know, it just feels funny at first. Until you get used to them, it just feels a little, like I always play with them, you know, like not move around, play with them, but I'm always like kind of like going like this, or, you know, with my tongue. But they feel secure. Like there's no security issues, in my opinion, as far as how they feel. And that again goes back to how you mold them. So I would say the key is to mold them properly, and to watch that video. For the love of God, just watch that video and you'll be set. A lot of people asked about bottom. So yeah, so they don't make a bottom, I guess, what is it called? A bottom pair, I don't know, for your teeth. So you can tell, obviously there's a color difference, but I don't think it's as noticeable. I guess people who have missing teeth on the bottom would like that. It would be nice if they made it for everybody to have kind of, you know, options either way. But right now this company doesn't make the bottoms. But I did see that there are other companies that do. I don't know if they're good or not. You know, I'm not going to attest to that. But there are other companies that do make the bottom panel. Eating and drinking, I already went over this a little bit, but you know, I would say it's your discretion. If anything, because they're so inexpensive, you can just buy a backup pair, and if for some reason they get ruined or you just don't like it, you can always have your backup pair. I'm nervous they're gonna raise the price of these. Like, I feel like I need to stock up now with their $35. Like, that's how much I like them and how much I feel like they're like, they're awesome. Like it's like having veneers without paying for veneers, you know what I mean? And I'm really happy with them. How long will they last? So I don't think that there's like a set time. I would say for me they might last longer because I'm only really gonna wear them when I do videos. For someone who's wearing them every day, I would say probably like with proper care and maintenance, I would say about 6 months at least. I know some people have said that they've had them longer. So you can always have a backup pair. And if for some reason they don't last as long as you'd like them to, you just remold or mold a new pair. So a lot of people have questions, and I can't really answer this personally, but they have questions about whether, you know, they have missing teeth or no teeth, if they're gonna work. And I know that if you have a couple missing teeth, that they do give you the beads in them to mold in so that it compensates for where that tooth was. I believe that if all your top teeth are missing, it's not gonna work. Again, I can't speak to that personally. I believe that's what most people say, is that if you're missing all your top teeth, it's not going to fit, it's not going to work. But for missing teeth, I think that first of all, it's a perfect option, and I recommend anybody with missing teeth who's really self-conscious, or crooked teeth, or, you know, broken teeth, that they should get this and try it out. It's $35, guys. Come on, it's worth it. I mean, it's worth it. Even if it doesn't work, it was worth the try. But I honestly feel like you're going to be totally happy with these. Like I said, if there's any other questions you guys have, please ask them. I'm going to put the link to that girl's video, Julianne Hollywood, who does an awesome job as how to mold them. And then I'm also going to do a follow-up video in a couple weeks to see, you know, how they have held up. Maybe I'll venture out with them. Maybe I'll go to a restaurant, eat with them, and just kind of give some feedback on that. But in the meantime, leave any questions you have. I really hope more people, you know, kind of figure this out for themselves instead of reading all the negative reviews. I mean, I appreciate reviews because that's how we find things out, but one of the reasons why I really wanted to come on here and make this video is because I really feel that a lot of the negative reviews are misinformed, or they didn't do something properly, and I just wanted to give an honest review for someone who followed the directions and, you know, is skeptical of a lot of things, and has always been looking for something like this, and just really, really happy with it. So thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you guys soon.